And that Dunkin' commercial is quite a moment. Joining me now from Atlanta is Jamie Turner. He's a marketing professor at Emory University and also the author of Better, a guidebook to a new and improved you, available now for pre-order. Jamie, great to have you this morning. I always love talking about the commercials because it becomes, kind of a thing the week after Super Bowl. So from a branding standpoint, which of the commercials yesterday were, in your opinion, the winners and which were the losers?
Yeah, well, you mentioned a few of the winners. The Duncan spot was great because all of those celebrities there, how can you not lean in and then talk about it the next day? The Budweiser Freebird commercial, what a powerful spot. If you go online, you can look at all of the comments and people just talk about getting teared up about that. That was basically looking back at the Budweiser legacy while also looking forward at an optimistic future. There were some other things that were great. The Lay's Harvest commercial, which was about a father passing on his farm to his daughter, which was really a great way of Lay's kind of saying, hey, don't forget, potatoes are a vegetable too. And then other things as well. The Rocket commercial about the young person in the new neighborhood and how ultimately that difficult period actually turns into a good thing through the good neighbors and all that sort of stuff. So it was a lot of great stuff going on this yesterday.
Yeah, Jamie, when I watched all the commercials that I knew that you had pointed out, both the good and the bad, and something about that Redfin commercial made me teary this morning. I don't know, maybe I was sleep deprived because that commercial sort of tugged at my own heartstrings. But what about the losers? Because there are always some that swing and miss.
Yeah, the big miss this time was Coinbase. You take a look at that spot. For those of you who don't remember, and I'm sure of the vast majority of us don't remember, is it was a blue background with type and music underneath, and that was it. And a famous ad guy named David Ogilvy used to say, you cannot bore somebody into buying a product. Coinbase tried to do that yesterday, and I'm not sure that it actually worked. So that was the big swing and the miss. That one absolutely positively did not work out. And actually, any of the spots that you don't remember, that's a miss. That means that they didn't create memorability or impact in anything they did. And that was $8 million for the ad time alone, flushed down the toilet.
So what are the ingredients for a campaign that creates a strong memory, that creates an impact? What do you need?
Great question. Studies have shown that when you create an emotion, emotions actually create memories, that you kind of have to have an emotion in order to create a memory. So most brands are trying to make you laugh or trying to make you cry. And when they get you to do one or the other, actually an emotion is created, and that creates a memory, which ultimately creates brand preference. So when you get somebody to laugh or cry, the next time they're in the grocery store, they go, oh yeah, I remember that Lay's commercial I saw. And they grab the bag of Lay's as opposed to one of the competitors. So that's one of the key components. And if you think about all the spots, the ones that you remember, they either made you laugh or made you cry. And that's very intentional because that emotion, those emotions actually create memories, which ultimately creates brand preference.
Yeah, I find that really, really interesting. Jamie, is there a hierarchy of emotions when you're thinking about what's more potent? Is laughter more potent than, pulling at the heartstrings? Does it matter, or you just need some emotion?
You need some emotion. And so any emotion, whether it's laughing or crying, is a good thing. An emotion you would not want is anger. Of course, that would be a negative emotion, but positive emotions tend to be laughing or crying. There's another element to great commercials. Great commercials have impact, clarity, and memorability. So they have impact in the sense that they grab your attention. They have clarity in the sense that they communicate a message that is clear. And then they have memorability, which is the next day you're talking about them, you're thinking about them, you're telling people at the water cooler, hey, did you see that funny spot? Or did you see that spot that made me cry? All of those things add up to a great commercial.
Fascinating. So it makes me wonder, we have to go, but it makes me wonder now, thinking about that Dunkin' ad with all of the 90s celebrities. I mean, that just naturally brings back nostalgia. It naturally brings back the emotion of watching all of your favorites and all of those shows. I mean, you had Steve Urkel, you had Carlton from The Fresh Prince, you had everybody in that ad. Jamie Turner, it's been such a pleasure having you this morning. Thank you.
Great to see you. Take care.
You too.